I'm back. I always come back eventually, don't I? Okay, I thought I would mention what's going on with the plants because, well, I fell off the face of the earth for a while again, didn't I? Okay, well, it's pretty much the growing season here in the fishy plant world. But, well, we've got some roots on that one. It does have a new leaf starting, but good luck on seeing it. There is a new leaf starting on that plant. It's not doing much. It's growing and, deciding everything's okay after the period of neglect. So it's gonna be alright. It's got some damaged leaves. I've got some cellular problems in some of the leaves. But it's not dehydration. Cellular damage is what it is. But I guess they're going to stay green, so that's what that one's doing. This one, although it is quite upset about the, let's see if I can pull this down, quite upset about the neglect. You can see right here, it's got a nice leaf coming out. It's in recovery, but it'll be okay. It's going to survive, thankfully, because this is the one that had a twin or a sister, depending on how you want to look at it. Yeah, that one died. That was the one that never bloomed. Well, it bloomed once. I had a bloom spike coming off of each plant. It bloomed once, but then I neglected the plants for a while. It died, and this one very nearly did too. That one's special. That's the last gift of a bunch of orchids I received, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, when I got into orchids. Didn't have a clue what I was doing. Killed everything. Cherry baby, everything. I was killing Phalaenopsis left and right. But something clicked, and this one came from a period I almost lost this plant and another one, which I ultimately did lose. It's no longer with me. So this is the last survivor from the days of me not having a clue. I still don't know what I'm doing, but, well, I guess I got a clue because I'm no longer killing, at least not everything. I've lost a few plants since I've gotten a clue, but not everything. This is the last survivor of when something clicked, and a gift. So I'm very happy that I managed to change its mind from dying. So we'll be in recovery for a little while longer, but at least it's not going to die. It looks like it's going to come out of it for the second time. First time was even closer, but it's going to come out of it again. Okay, so it's growing roots in that leaf. Everything will be okay eventually with that one. This one doesn't seem to believe that there was neglect, and what neglect they were. It says, oh, that's no big deal. Nothing serious. I wish everybody thought like this one. Then again, they might rise up and do me in. This is the orchid that, well, nobody told it it's not supposed to do everything at once. And I mean everything at once. This Phalaenopsis, I have affectionately named after my late friend. I call it Leslie. And it's kind of like Leslie. It doesn't care what you say it should do or can't do. It's going to do what it wants. So right now it's holding old spikes. This one's the curlicue that's, well, been in every video because that spike is older than the channel. This one was the latest bloom. Died back a little bit like the old one. And now it's just going to spend some time with the green going on back. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do next, but it won't be boring. So there's that one. It's white. I think this one's white with yellow detail inside. But I only say that because we're moving on to the next white one. It got a little more upset, so it too is in recovery. It is growing a leaf. It's not one of the ones, I don't think we've come to the ones, any of them that are doing a second leaf from the last, I don't know. I don't think it's current. It is growing a leaf, but I don't know if it started another one after that. The new leaves you've seen so far, let me back up. This new leaf, that one, I think it may have stalled there. This one, I think it's this leaf. Maybe it's this leaf. I'm not sure, but there's a leaf after that that's coming back there in the middle. You probably can't see it in the video. But, yeah. That's the newest leaf. So I guess there is one. And then that leaf is, yeah, it's new, but it's not like the second one of the season. I think that's what I'll say. That's the first one of the season. That one's got a second one for the season. Kind of the best I can do. This one, as far as leaves go, here's the first one of the season. It hasn't started a second. This one here will be the first one of the season. As far as I can tell, it hasn't started a second. This one here, you'll have to forgive this leaf. It kind of curls back on itself. That's nothing. It was leaning up against the fridge to support it. So it grew funny because it was bumped up against the refrigerator. So that's the first leaf of the season. Got pretty large. Doesn't look like it quite equals the other growths. Because of the neglect, I think it held back a little bit. But it has another one starting that I think you can see if I can get the camera to pick up the light right. There it is. I think you can see that. There's a second leaf for this season, so it's got this big one and the little one. And then I got a new orchid. And this orchid is going to do a couple of things. You can see it's laying on a red brick. I tied it to the red brick, basically mounted it on the red brick. And I don't know how good of an idea that is. You can grow orchids on bricks. Rick L. proved that with a different species of orchid. There is no reason why a Phalaenopsis shouldn't be able to grow on a brick. The part I'm wondering about is this is a red brick. Rick put his, not even on this kind of a brick, this is just a flat brick. But Rick put his on a, just a normal gray brick. So, that works. And I wasn't a bit surprised. I've had, well, that, the one that's most angry with me grew over its pot and attached itself to the wood stand below it. Which, there's no surprise there. I mean, everybody mounts their orchids on wood. And, yeah, bricks, they can grow on bricks. The roots will pretty much attach to just about anything they can attach to. So, yeah, I don't know about the red brick. I'm giving it a shot because then I can do like a red brick, gray brick, you know, a little bit of decoration with that. Bottom line is I want to see if the orchids will grow on this red brick with the coloring. I don't see why not. We're about to find out. The other thing about this is it's kind of funny. It's got a couple of spikes here. I'm not even going to show the flowers. There's nothing wrong with them. It's a yellow Phalaenopsis. It's kind of a pale yellow color. The only reason I'm not going to show the flowers, there's nothing special about them. They're not my flowers. I just don't really care. What the hell? I'll show them. Okay, that's what the flowers look like. What the hell? We'll show it in. I wasn't going to, but I'll do it anyway. So that's what the flowers look like. Not my flowers. I don't care about them. We're going to see if it'll grow on the brick. And the other thing I'm doing, eagle-eyed people, hawk-eyed people may have noticed a spoon there that's got marine aquarium salt in it. You know, for corals and saltwater fish. Now, I think there's something there, but not at sea levels. Not even at brackish water levels. You've gone too far. Most plants, you know, they'll die in brackish water. The idea is to get all those minerals that are in it. I think there's something like 93 of the Earth's elements is in the periodic table of elements. 93 of them are found naturally in seawater. Yeah. Nowadays we've got plastic and oil and gasoline in the ocean, but as far as nature's concerned, I think it wants 93 of the elements in the sea naturally. They're supposed to be there. 93 out of the 100 and whatever. The United States has got claim to, you know, quite a few of the the higher, heavier elements. Seems that we've created quite a few by combining them and stuff. So, in your artificial glass box with water in it, if you want to keep corals, soft corals, hard corals, and things, you need the marine mix. I'm putting a little tiny bit of it in my tank because I think it helps the plants. Those extra nutrients, I believe I've gone over time, so I'm going to cut this off and see if it'll play and make a part 2. Remembering that at the little spoon here. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. I gotta see if this will load. With part 2, I will return.